Alright, welcome back to Metal Heroes Review, episode 33. We're here discussing episodes 19, 20, and the Movieverse series. Yep. Isn't it strange, though, the fact the first two series under the Metal Heroes franchise did not have a movie, but yet the third one does? And this is the first of two. Yes. Now, the movie itself came between 19 and 20. That's basically where it's set. 19 starts out with sort of a continuation from last episode, then it's like dropped because they wanted to go be a clip show and find a way to kill Shaider. Yep. That's pretty much kind of in a way what they're basically doing here. And it's a similar plot that they did kind of thing in the original series. Except that with this one you have it where Dai is overconfident, and because that he can't use his laser blades, so Commander Quam proceeds to berate him over his overconfidence, and proceeds to tell him, cut a waterfall. So he proceeds to use a katana, thanks to some training, he's able to cut the waterfall and regain his confidence. Not to be overconfident, just... And also the fact that apparently his suit kept messing up because of the monster's magnetic thing, and eventually the monster served at the end of the episode, but it was a good character piece for Dai, showing the fact he's overconfident 19 episodes in. Then came the movie, where the movie is like, okay, so the main villain of the movie is basically this intergalactic outlaw who, according to him, he's bragging about this, where he went to the planet Ion to take on Gavin. Yes, Gavin. This kind of, in a way, you could say this is kind of Gavin's first appearance in Insider, but not in person. This is basically just a photo. Where it's a painting of him on the planet Ion, like, really? I thought he was on Bird. Nope, he's on Ion. Yep, and then we have it where he goes about Shriven on Iga. Now, that is correct. And apparently it looks like, from the image, looks like that his home planet is rebuilt the cities. Because it was established at the end of the previous series that he would take over as their space sheriff. Which, like, he's trying to get, like, good advice, like, basically, like, be law. Like, and the parents like, yeah, I was going to make you basically the in charge of it. Oh, I'll take that job, don't worry. Yeah, and the fact that his people were probably in the plan anyway, so I don't think he's made the leader. I think he's probably the protector of the planet, but I don't think he's the leader. And of course, like, oh, because like I lost the guy, I didn't have these blades, these shotguns. And then it's like, oh, and then I didn't have these rocket launchers attacking my freaking shoulders. So he challenges basically Shriven to Shaider to a duel. And of course, Fuma, where the commander is basically jealous of this guy. So you have this really big battle sequence, and we also see, you're going to love this, the third appearance of the battle formation. Yes. I should point out, though, at this point in time, this thing is not used very much. It's used very sparingly. Like, it popped up in episode 1. I think it popped up once after that. I think it was in episode 15. I think it was in episode, like, 11, maybe? And that's it. It's like, this particular thing is not used very much. It seems like this movie, they used, like, even the show, like... And, of course, they also used the shooting formation, where he turns into a giant magnum. Excuse me. Also, in the case of episode 19, I forgot to mention it, it's the first episode not to feature Dai going to strange space. Thinking, really? Yeah, first time this has ever happened in this series. No strange space. Now you might be curious, though, do they do it here in the movie? Not really, no. It's like the Emperor's here briefly, and he just doesn't want anything to do with the outlaw. And of course the guy realizes, he wants to become like a #1 soldier in the Fum army. And eventually like, I'm the one to battle him. Of course he battles troops briefly. And by the way, here's the thing. There is no monster here. Nope. Just the outlaw. And eventually they do battle, and of course he wins, and that's it for him. 20 is an episode where it feels like this is one of those epidemic type of things where we have this flower spreads these silly... By the way, also in the movie, They decided to reuse something they did in the series. The whole thing with the episode where, oh, let's replace basically the children's language with the noises that the strange animals make. Why the heck would we use their plot thread from like episode 9 for this movie? Yeah, this made no freaking sense to me at all when they did this. The movie was good aside from that one stupid scene. And the whole thing in 20 is that this flower is making people dance, and also the face altar, and eventually also creating some hatred. Try to ignite wars, and eventually the best way to get rid of these flowers is to destroy them, and also develop a cure. And of course, Kwame is seen in this episode once again. Yeah, he's actually not in the movie per se. Not that I remember. No, he's not in the movie for the show, but he is in episode 20 episodes 19 and 20. He's in both episodes. Yep. And eventually, of course, how to defeat the monster? Sudden death. Yep. You just draw him out and basically beat him. Now, normally this is something the villains would do, not the hero draw out the monster. That's interesting. Monster is destroyed, and of course, they develop against cure, spread over the world, and of course, scientists use the actual spaceship to spread the little pesticide on the flowers, destroy them, so it never happens again, and that's the end of the episode. It's, I gotta admit, 19 I thought was really cool. Really cool idea with this one, just borrowing an idea from Gavin, but I like the fact that they were trying to continue the two-parter from the previous episode. It seemed like it begins like, okay, let's just put it on pause for that for a while, do other stuff, because that could be a potential ending of the series. So there's that. But there's not much more else to say about, in the case of the two episodes in the movie. Yep. So tomorrow, it's probably just going to be this, a Comic Corner, and Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay. See you tomorrow. Bye.